In my new role as corrupt official, I had to give up some of my favorite habits. I couldn't turn off my phone when my head ached. Couldn't sleep till noon on Saturday and let the rest of HQ take up the slack. No more days off to go fishing. But my weekly visit to the old Colony Club was more like tradition. One night a week, I absorbed cigar smoke, the vague smell of alcohol, the stench of urine, all mixed with toxic levels of old drunken belches. Same picture it was 30 years ago. Tradition's gotta be honored. And to stay faithful to the tradition, you've got to respect the standard rituals. When you're about to roll out of the club, you need to take a deep breath and count to 100. If your stomach doesn't do a backflip, you should be good to make it home. This time I only got up to 60. I was interrupted.
Why? You look even better than you do on TV.
There's nothing more impolite than approaching people in the alley at the old Colony. This is the most private place in the city. All who enter here dirty their shoes with the most elite stream of vomit in Freeburg. This asphalt has been blessed by judges, lawyers, artists, businessmen, and all our politicians. Takes a lot of balls to crash the party. My head was a drunken haze, but I knew who he was. A cartoon gangster suit straight out of Dick Tracy. Fancy voice, fruit cologne, sassy strut. That's how the newspapers described Vikas Varga, rising star in Freeburg's criminal underworld. He appeared out of nowhere, and with the support of the local punks, Varga broke all the old rules of organized crime. He killed those who could not be killed, traded what could not be traded, and robbed those who could not be robbed. In just a single month, this man had gathered an incredible amount of power. He's been called everything from a clown to a madman to a criminal genius, and more often than not, he's called a low-class upstart short on ideas. But if Vargas was one of the old crime bosses, he'd have been cut into pieces and fed to the river. Look past this guy's arrogance, and there's something about him. The city is still deciding what to do with him. Meanwhile, he's burning down the houses of old city mobsters. Not the best time to talk, Mr. Varga.
Ah, you know my name. I'm flattered, although not very surprised, to be honest. I might be a little short on manners. Like they say in your fair city, with the right manners, you can go anywhere. Well, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay right here.
Even the criminal world needs manners, Mr. Varga. And one of them is this. Don't interfere with a drunken cop who's trying to take a shit and puke at the same time.
Oh, you exaggerate. But is Freeburg always so gentle with its officers? You've been a bit roughed up lately.
I see you already know Freeburg quite well, Mr. Varga.
Well, I love to learn and look around. But I do know that the inhabitants of this fair city should be friends, Jack. Maybe it's true I don't have the best manners. After all, it's only polite for friends to share their phone numbers. This city of yours moves so fast. I feel like I'm hooked on amphetamines all over again. You wake up in the morning full of ideas, and by nightfall, you've all had each other killed. So don't wait too long to call. I don't mind if you're drunk. It's all the more fun. I'll be stoned myself, most likely. Hell, I'm a little stoned right now. It's the only way to live in this place. I like your city, Jack. I'm here to stay.
If it weren't for the phone number written on my arm, I probably wouldn't have remembered the conversation in the morning. But there was no reason to worry. I'd be getting a reminder soon.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play. This is the police. So we had that interesting video to start with. I have a good feeling about this Varga. We'll see what is going to come out of that. So, police expose antique thief gang. Okay, we've done well. All members of the Red Masks under arrest. Awesome. And students volunteer to help farmers. Okay, I guess that's cool too.
My morning ritual was plagued by the smell of Vickers Varga's fruity cologne. It was like the sharp citrus scent was chasing me around the house, as if Vickers was right there in my living room. When I finally realized the smell was coming from a big basket of oranges, it didn't put me any more at ease. I'd opened my door to lots of threatening mail, evidence of criminal wrongdoing, even a dead ferret or two. But fruit? Never. You the fruit guy?
Excuse me?
Was it you that brought the basket of oranges?
Nah, it was here when I arrived.
Fine. So who are you?
Today, I'm your driver.
And where are we driving?
To work.
That's it?
Yeah, we have to make an important stop along the way.
Where?
The ranch.
What ranch?
Just the ranch.
Fine. The morning seemed surreal, and I took in the magic. Why wreck it with meaningless chatter? As my tight-lipped chauffeur drove an hour through God knows where, I started to feel like I was in the middle of a bad dream, probably lying bloody and concussed in the alley behind the old Colony Club, my nose buried in a rotten orange peel. But no, this was no dream. The silence was real. The sound of the engine was real. The dust was real enough, too. And there was the ranch over the horizon. It all seemed familiar. The Sand family's overbearing mansion has been the talk of the headlines for decades, but few have managed to get closer than a few miles. I guess I'm just lucky. I didn't know you took private meetings, Mr. Sand.
Only if I expect good company.
I'm surprised my company ranks at all.
Today, yes. Today is a special day.
So it seems.
Do you often go to the old Colony Club, Jack?
Every week.
Meet any interesting people there?
As a rule, no.
Sometimes you make a date, right? Sometimes make new friends.
Sometimes, I guess. But that's not why I go.
And why?
I consider it a hobby.
A hobby. Do you know anything about my hobbies?
Well, judging by the half-dozen animal skins I stepped on walking over here, it's not much of a reach to say you like hunting.
Love it. Well, I say that now. It seemed so tedious when I was a child. Took ever so long. But now I'm older. I've developed a new talent.
What talent is that?
Patience. The will to wait for the right moment. Let's say you want a deer. You know, you deserve it. You've even decided what dishes its meat will go to and where you'll mount its horns. But to get that deer, you've got to wait. To sit in the bushes and stay nice and quiet. Professional hunters will tell you that the hunt is a rare craft. There are many rules. It's shrouded in mystery and ancient skill. Well, that's all complete nonsense. To get a deer, you just sit on the sidelines for a long enough time, pinpoint the moment when it's finally time to shoot. I learned the talent, Jack, but not like you, oh, Jack. You truly are the master.
I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Jack. I know about the 500,000. I know your plan. Kendrick told me everything. Needless to say, I'm impressed. While some people learn to hold their breath for minutes on end and not to rustle the leaves too loudly, why you decided to just become the foliage. You turned yourself into a bush, surrounded by deer who've been so fruitfully multiplying for decades. But all this time you've held your rifle at the ready. Forgive an old man his imagery, Jack. I've the heart of a poet, I confess.
Look, I don't know what was said between you and Kendrick, but it sounds like you got it wrong.
Oh, I think I understand everything just fine. And I think we understand each other quite well. Jack, in the coming war we'll make excellent partners.
What war?
One war falls upon every generation. My grandfather drove out the Ambersons back when he was 27. My father destroyed that psychopath gangster Maurice Bell when he was a sprightly 30. At 69, I'd begun to think my war had passed me over. But my time has come at last. Tomorrow Vickis Varga declares war, and I'm obliged to answer.
So, we're talking about Varga now.
I don't know how he thinks. I don't even know whether he plans his actions or not. I can't divine his purpose. Hell, I don't even know where he comes from. He's a man not of our breed, wouldn't you say? But when he arrived here, I invited him in, told him we could work together. An official invitation penned in my own hand and written on some very expensive paper. And can you imagine his reply? A fruit basket. What sense can be made of such a message?
I guess it means whatever you want it to.
Precisely.
I'm late for work, Mr. Sand.
You know, Jack, I could just give you $500,000 right now, cash, whatever denominations you like. But I would never insult you so. If I went stalking my prey for so many years, I wouldn't want someone else to shoot it for me. I understand you, Jack, and I'll never ask you for anything that's contrary to your nature. Just think about our conversation. Think about it, and call me.
Like I said, it's a whole new life, and I've had to give up some old habits. One of them, keeping away from things that don't concern me. Now I can't afford the luxury. This spotlight I'm under, concerns is all I got.
Well, this is something. And the story and the art style is just so awesome. Okay, so on one side we can help Christopher Sand. That would mean we side with the mafia that has been, I guess purposely, trying to screw us over. I kind of half expect that if we help him, he's probably going to give us some money and we will be able to turn a blind eye on some things, and he'll keep donating to us. Well, Vickis Varga might be the crazy criminal that, sort of like a Joker, would burn the city down. But helping him would take us out of the reign of the Sands. If Sands are gone, then we are no longer obliged to help the mafia, and that would give me a free hand onto, maybe later on, taking down Vickis Varga. So it comes down to this. Christopher Sand asked me twice that they got something going, and he killed 2 innocent bystanders. So fuck that. Fight fire with fire.
Tell him it's Boyd.
And awesome! Everybody's at work today. Good. So let's start the day. There's not much else to say. Yeah, I guess one thing that I wanted to mention as well is that we have 170 days ahead of us. I'm going to try to record 2 days in each episode, but you see that they have varying times. So sometimes it's going to be just 1 day. I apologize for that. But yeah, I have to keep an eye on the length of the videos. So, yeah, let's put on some Ludwig. We need to calm our nerves. It's going to be tough out there. Okay, salary. We got $1,200. Take care of our hero. Tomorrow's gonna be the day. Don't let anything happen to him until then. Fuck, I forgot who it was. God damn it. Request. Denied, denied. Yeah, I expected as much. Okay, so far so good. No problems. King Louis, massive fight. We received a call from the club manager who said that a brawl broke out in the main hall, involving over 20 men. Security are keeping Mac because some of the combatants are carrying knives. Several wounded are already lying on the dance floor, and no one knows why the mayhem broke out. Honestly, SWAT and Paddy Wagon and Kochi, Tsubaki, and Asano, I think that ought to do it. 20 people, man, that's really... I don't think 5 officers would be enough. So much for a calm day, man. Start with a fucking gang violence, blood everywhere. It's a Dooms kind of situation. Wow. Okay, I guess we'll send you too. And we got an assault in the suburbs. 2 teens walking their dog got into an argument, and eventually one of them unleashed the dog on the other. The police were called by a girl who was riding her bicycle nearby. Okay, we're gonna wait a bit to see how things happen. I think we're gonna send Purdy and Trevor. Okay. Purdy and Trevor go. Offenders called, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Awesome. Okay. Church! A homicide. In a church? Parishioner Maria Serpentine reported the sounds of gunshots inside the church. A bearded man in a hat entered the confessional, and then a minute later I heard a few gunshots. Then the man calmly left the booth, took off his hat and crossed himself and sat down on a pew. I think he's praying. Holy hell. What a day! Jesus Christ. Okay, Kochi, Austin, Tsubaki, and Asano. I think that ought to be enough. And good thing we can use the Paddy Wagon more than once. I did not expect that, but we can. True, I didn't know why we couldn't, but a boy is struggling on the ground, barely holding off the angry dog is trying to grab him by the throat. Hit the dog with the taser, fire shots in the air. Hit the dog with the taser. The dog lets the boy escape and its owner starts to flee. Borrow the girl's bicycle, run after him, or the teenager to halt. Borrow the girl's bicycle. Fender called, officers unharmed. Awesome. Okay. So we got 2 people ready for another job if something goes down. St. John's Hospital. Linda Howard, her words slurred, said the dentist paralyzed her face during her latest visit. The monster stuck me with some kind of poison. Arrest him. Okay, I don't really think that's something that really is going to happen, but just for good measure, we're gonna send Purdy in. With Bloomingdale. Homicide. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Loot found, non-automatic weapons. Okay. Officers found non-automatic weapons at the crime scene. What do you want them to do with it? Ask the mafia. No, bring to the police station. We're not gonna sell fucking guns to the mafia. Okay, but it's good to know that we can obviously sell drugs and stuff like that. Jesus. And the game has no morals at all. Attempted murder. The girl was injected with normal painkillers. Yeah, I don't know why. Some people are just crazy, I guess. Tourism. Christopher G. Sands Ice Arena. An ice cream vendor noticed a suspicious black bag which has been lying unsupervised on a bench for the past few hours. Okay, that could actually be really bad. Let's wait a bit if something else pops up. No, it doesn't seem to. Okay, I'm gonna send Kochi, Tsubaki, Asano, and a SWAT team there. Well, actually, I don't know. I guess SWAT team could. I was operating with the idea that SWAT team has a pyrotechnic probably in it, but what the hell do I know? Maybe they don't. And if it's gonna kill all of my officers, I would be so mad. Officers arrived on the scene and observed that there's something moving inside the bag. Shoot the bag until it stops moving. Stay back until the bomb squad arrives and open. Let's stay back. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Okay. I guess we got the situation under control. And I think we can end the day. It's been some time since the mayor requested something from us, so okay. Things are looking nice. Shift A. Everyone is cool, that's good. So let's end the day. I'm gonna do another day. We've been only 22 minutes or something into this. Okay, so today is 27th of July, so we get that guy decorated. Francis Kendrick won't succeed Jack Boyd. Oh, what a surprise. He's gone. Corn monument to be demolished by summer's end. And city administration to finance dance festival. Cool, let's go to work. And hey, everyone is coming to the shift. People stopped giving ridiculous excuses. Good. Good. So, let's put on some Chopin. I'm in the mood for Chopin. And see what the day is gonna bring us. Great, war. that starts great. Freiburg's first mafia war in decades has spread chaos across the streets. Major criminal gangs vie for power, and the outcome of the struggle is impossible to predict. One thing is certain, a couple weeks from now, only one family will rule this city. Take care of the hero. Jack, keep up the good work and we'll make sure your final days at Freiburg PD are much more comfortable. Okay, finally some good news. Attempted murder. A passerby rang the police when he saw a naked man running through the streets, pursued by a woman carrying a large kitchen knife. The woman was shouting, "I'll get you, you fucking faggot!" What? Is this a domestic squabble where a wife has found her husband with a lover? I don't know. Let's send Van Daal, Obi, and Grant to deal with this. Oh well, that's funny. That's funny. The Sands need help. Varga stirred up some punks, and they went and attacked one of the family right in the barber shop. We've already sent our own men, but we don't want we don't know how many scumbags we're up against. You can come join the party, but don't get in our way. This looks like we would get policemen killed, and I'm not entirely interested in that. Plus, this is from the Sands. Didn't we decide that we want to help Varga? Attempted murder. Vendor called, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Good. And we got a new detective case. An unknown vehicle struck librarian Klimek Kaminovsky at a pedestrian crossing and drove off. The victim was found dead on the scene. Okay, Moser and Anderson. I'm gonna take care of that. We still haven't really finished this investigation of the... Oh! Okay, I can put more people on that. So maybe that's gonna help. Maybe we'll get something, because this case has been long past its due date. Mr. Sand's nephew looked out of his window and saw some of Varga's men smashing one of his cars. Looks like someone needs to go remind them what kind of behavior is illegal. Okay, that actually sounds like something we want to check out. Hit and run. Investigation has started. Good. Okay, no penalty, nothing. I guess we can ignore those. Massacre Eddie's Burger. What? A girl entered Eddie's Burgers, ordered a Diet Coke, and started shooting at the other customers with a handgun. The cashier called the police, and in the background there were gunshots and screams. Meanwhile, the crazed young woman is shouting, "I hate fat people!" Jesus Christ. Okay, well, this is not a joke. Okay, I guess let's send you like this and a SWAT team too. This is not fun. God damn it. Oh shit, Eddie's Burger. The Vargas need help. Massacre. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Jesus. Okay. The Vargas need help. Mr. Varga gave us a new sports car, so we were going for a joyride. Now suddenly out of the blue we're getting chased by a damned helicopter. They're shooting at us. This isn't going to be pretty. I am not entirely sure I want to get involved in this shit. I guess I'm gonna send Poitonic and Vandal to help, because... What's that? Armed robbery, city center. An alarm came in from an armored truck. Armed men have blocked the street, shot out the armored truck's tires, and are trying to seize the bags of money. Jesus Christ. Okay, so... No, this is a bit more important. Let's send the best of the best. And I guess like this? Oh man, if they're gonna die, I'm gonna be so sad. Please, no more mass. What the fuck is going on today? It's 27th of July. It's not like the end day. Armed robbery, city center. The narrow street is blocked by two vans near the armored truck. Three armed masked men have surrounded the truck, and one of them is carrying a blowtorch. On the roof of the van is a fourth criminal who shouts something to his accomplices as he sees the officers approach. Shoot the robber who's standing on the roof of the van. Oh, he's got a gun. You are surrounded. Surrender peacefully. The blowtorch won't work. You need to use dynamite. You are surrounded. The criminals take out their automatic weapons and open fire. Hide behind the patrol car and fire from cover, retreat, or go on the offensive and take them out. Hide behind the patrol car and fire from cover. Wow, we did it! Holy hell! I was sure that we were going to pay for that with at least one officer. And we got a fight at the dump. A night watchman during his rounds followed some noises to discover several homeless people fighting over a bundle that was lying on the ground. Okay, that seems like that could be doable just by these four. You know what, I'm gonna wait for Samadhi and Grant to come back. What's this? Some of Sand's men have us pinned down in the alley. They're aiming to maim. Mr. Vargas said we can go to you for help. Okay, so Platonic and Fall are gonna go here. And we're gonna send Vandal and Obi. We need to train these guys. And the homeless situation doesn't seem to be that dangerous. Hopefully that thing in the bundle is not a baby or something. Arson report. No new frames. Okay, and hit and run. We've got 3 new frames. Okay, let's check out the investigation. This dark-colored car comes staring around the corner, hopped the curb and kept on going, knocked the man over, didn't even slow down, says Matt Paul, the witness. Not long before the crash, I kicked a couple of drunks out of the bar. They were having a fight with some of my regulars. Churam Alvarez. Miss Kalinowski. A few days ago, Dad had a fight at work with a couple young people who were causing a ruckus at the library, and the whole thing almost came to blows. He threatened him before they left. Mr. Hopkins, witness. I saw 2 people in the car. They went right by me. The man in the passenger seat had a beard. Klimek thought he was being followed. He said he saw the guy everywhere. I said it looked like someone had a problem with him at the library. So 2 guys, that's definitely true. They hit him. I guess this would be probably something like that. No idea. No idea at all. The situation is more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. Okay, let's send you guys out. I wonder what the hell is up with the homeless people. What's gonna happen now? Fall and Platonic are back. That's good. Offenders caught, officers unharmed. Good. Good. So, Martinstedt. Jack. Sands has had decades to strengthen his position in the city, but that doesn't mean that his grip can't be broken. Take care that Varga is ahead on points after 2 weeks in the war and successfully carry out at least half of his jobs. And one more thing, just so Sand doesn't start suspecting you betrayed him, don't let Varga get too long on points. If Sands is out of the lead for 3 days in a row, it'll cost you your life. Oh God. So wait, take care that Varga is ahead on points after 2 weeks in the war and successfully carry out at least half of his jobs. Okay. Don't let Varga get too long on the points. If Sand is out of the lead for 3 days in a row, it'll cost you your life. So tomorrow Sands have to be above, if I understand this correctly. Basically, we need to keep them switching. 1 day Sands, 1 day Vargas, 1 day Sands, 1 day Vargas. But at the end, Vargas needs to be on the top, if I understand this correctly. Okay, I guess I understand. So, Shift A, thank you very much for your diligence. You have been good today. And tomorrow, I'll see you with Shift B. Looking forward to having Purdy here again. Okay, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode.